This is iBrandTV Lagos, and you're watching news now. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has commenced his campaign in Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos State. The event at the Tafawa Balewa Square, Oniko, witnessed a large turnout of supporters from across the state. RUSSO-UKRAINIAN reports that Lagos State is the second state in the southwest where Atiku is holding its campaign ahead of the 2023 general elections. The former vice president promised to develop the country if given the opportunity to rule.
Therefore, the people of Lagos, it is high time you take your destiny in your own hands for your own future, not for the future of one family. Do you understand me? As in the last 23 years, you are being governed by one family. It is your right and it is your duty to take over that governance and hand it over to yourselves. That is what the PDP is out for.
Atiku Abubakar is the only presidential candidate who is accepted in all geopolitical zones of Nigeria. And the reason why he's accepted is because he's a man that means well for this country. He's the only presidential candidate that has the experience to take us out of the troubled Nigeria that we are in.
The economy of Lagos was more buoyant than the economy of so many West African countries put together. But today, if you enter all the Ogun, Ilupeju, Obakra, do you still have those companies again? No.
And like I said, as the 16th governor of Lagos State, I will put a stop to all forms of harassment in our market, on our roads, and we make sure Lagos works for everybody. Finally, let me tell us, I have been saying this so far. I have visited 95 wards from the 245 wards, and we are still going. But everywhere I go to, don't forget, I remind you that the only election we have in this state to win is the February 25th election. That first ballot, the moment we are done winning that election, they will leave Lagos and run away.
Now, former Oyo State Deputy Speaker and presiding pastor of Living Spring Chapel International, Femi Emmanuel, has called on Nigerians to unite and demand a renegotiation and restructuring of the country. Femi made the call at a media parley in Ibadan, where he urged the central government to revisit the recommendations of the 2014 Constitutional Conference, which he explained would for sure chart a path where justice, equity and fairness would reign supreme. The former Deputy Speaker also advocated for a collapse of the 36 states of the Federation by allowing each zone to develop at its own pace.
We have a center that is so strong. This symbolism, there's always agitation from various ethnic groups wanting to say it is our turn to present president. These agitations will continue unless we come back to where the military delayed us. So in my own view, election is not a priority, but the sitting down, rearranging, renegotiating, restructuring the country so that there will be peace, development and progress. This is the solution to all the crises that have bedeviled us as a nation.
Now, the Ogun State Police have offered 2.5 million naira reward on the whereabouts of the perpetrators who allegedly set the state INEC headquarters office on fire last month. A state police spokesperson, SP Abimbola Oyemi, disclosed this in a statement. Oyemi stated that the Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Lanre Bankole, has directed the State Criminal Investigation Department of the command to investigate the incident and bring the arsonists to justice. He also noted that according to the directive by the Commissioner of Police, the command has resolved to reward anybody with credible information that will lead to the arrest of the perpetrators, assuring them that information will be treated with confidentiality. Resident doctors at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, have called on the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, address what it termed the lingering brain drain and brain circulation, which it says is adversely affecting the sector. Chairman of the unions, Samuel Esele, gave this charge in Ibadan during a chat with newsmen. The medical practitioner, who lamented the poor welfare and work condition of its members, promised to design a viable blueprint that will for sure revamp the ailing sector.
People have run to the UK, to the US, and they are not being replaced. So we want to call on the management, we want to call on the Federal Ministry of Health to, as a matter of urgency, and indeed the head of service, as a matter of urgency, ensure that UCH does not collapse, because resident doctors are already collapsing under the severe burnout that we are already having within our folds. And I can tell you now that even to make matter worse is the cadre of the house officer, which is the lowest rung of the medical doctors profession, who are just coming to the system. The UCH hitherto has about 90-something house officers that are supposed to be within the system at the time. But as I speak to you now, we have less than 50. So how, and currently one house officer is in a unit running calls from morning till evening for 24 hours, for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months. These are unacceptable in our system.
Now, the Congress of University Academics has expressed its disappointment with the federal government, especially the Ministry of Labour and Employment, over the non-payment of its members' withheld salaries. CONUA, in a statement on Tuesday signed by its National President Secretary and Publicity Secretary Niyi Somonu, Dr. Henry Oribeloye and Dr. Ernest Nwoke, respectively, said it was wrong for the federal government to lump CONUA with members of Academic Staff Union of Universities went on 8-month strike between February and October 2022. French Ambassador to Nigeria, Emmanuel Blattman, has called for awareness of gender-based violence in the country, particularly among women and children or girls. Now, the French envoy made the call in Abuja as part of the global campaign that the embassy held in conjunction with the French Institute, Abuja, on the mechanism put in place by the French embassy in Nigeria to assist victims of sexually abused or based violence. Blattman disclosed that the embassy has a special fund, the PESCA Fund, that has been implemented in Nigeria since 2019. We'll take a break now and return with the Africa scene. Stay with us.